Hello, this is GTM server here, and in this video I want to show you how to set up Facebook conversion API using Google Tag Manager server container. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is download our tag that we created for Facebook. To do that, just open this link that you will see in our blog post and then click download zip. Then return to Google Tag Manager server container and click on templates. Then click new and import the tag that you recently downloaded. I will just update my tag because I already have one, and I would just show you how to. I want to show you the latest version. So let me upload it. Now return to tags and click new tag. So here I have preset up Facebook tag, and I want to show you how to configure it. So we have several setup methods for Facebook tag. So the first method is inherit from Google Analytics client, and the second method is override. If you choose the first method, then our Facebook tag will try to match all Universal Analytics or GA4 events that you send to Google Tag Manager server container, and it will map these events to Facebook events. We will try to map Universal Analytics and GA4 events to standard Facebook events. If we are not able to match it to standard Facebook events, we will add it as a custom event. So if you choose the first option, inherit from GA client, you need just to add API access token, your Facebook pixel ID, and test ID if you want to see test data inside Facebook Business Manager. Then as a trigger, you need to select events with a client name that equals Universal Analytics. So let's test how this Facebook tag works if you choose inherit from Google Analytics client. So we will go to the preview. This is my demo site, and I will just refresh the page and we'll try to send click event to Google Tag Manager server container and view content event. Okay, let's go back to Google Tag Manager. Yeah, you can see that it captured 3 events and Facebook fired 3 times, which is correct. So let's see what our tag sends to Facebook. So you can see here that on the view item, Facebook tag succeeded. You can click to console here, and you will see that Facebook send this event name, view content, action source website, action URL, etc., etc. So it works correct. We can also check what event Facebook recorded on the click event. So this is event name click, event source. So basically it is correct. Another way to test if Facebook setup works correctly is to add your test ID. You can find your test ID inside Facebook Business Manager. Go to test events and copy your test ID here. So for example, I will clear right now, and my test ID is added, and let's test it once more. You can see that Facebook test events captured all the records, all the events that we tried to send it, so everything works correctly. So let's get back to our Google Tag Manager server container and check our second option of setting up Facebook tag. The second option is called is the name of the second option is override. In this case, if you choose the override, then you will have to set up Facebook events manually. So once you selected override, you will see here a list of standard events that Facebook has, and you can also add custom events. So for example, let's say we want to send a page view event. So let's say we want to send a page view event to Facebook. I will rename the tag Facebook page view. I choose override and I choose standard event page view, and then we will need to change the trigger. So this Facebook page view event should trigger on the page view event inside the Google Tag Manager server container. So I will click create new trigger and I will call it page view. Choose here event name that contains page view. Click save. And again save. Now let's click preview mode and test if page view event worked. So I go to our demo store. You can see here that we have our first page view event and our Facebook page view tag triggered. So, and you can see that our Facebook page view tag triggered. So everything works correctly. Let's move further. So the next event that I want to set up is I want to track user who lands on my product page. In this case, I want to set up Facebook view content event. So I already have it preset up here. I will just show it to you. So I changed the name of the tag and I again choose override and I choose the standard option, standard event view content. Here I have the same Facebook API token and Facebook pixel ID, and I added my test ID here. So the trigger that I'm using for this tag is event name view item. How to find the event name that should trigger your tag? Go to the Google Tag Manager preview mode and open your site. For example, when I click on this link, so for example, when I click on this button, I have an event inside Universal Analytics. So, okay, so inside the preview mode, I can see the event view item, and I can see that Facebook tag triggered, which is good. Let's check what event was sent to Facebook. So I go to console, and we see here is Facebook map data. So it's a view content, and it says it, and the tag sends some additional parameters. So everything works correctly. So for example, let's go through one more event. For example, I have also add to cart event on my side. Let's set up a Facebook tag that will send add to cart event to Facebook. So I click on my event, then I go to variables, and you can see here event name add to cart. I will copy this event. I will go back to the Google Tag Manager and I will click new tag and Facebook, add to cart, choose Facebook tag, override. I want to send add to cart event, API access token. I have it as a variable. Here I have a pixel as a variable too. So I want to create a new trigger. Some events, event name equals add to cart. I will click save. And here I want to add a test ID as well. Save. Click preview. I will refresh my site. And I will click on this button and on this button, and I will go back to the debug mode. So yeah, you can see here that add to cart event triggered. And let's check what data Facebook sent. So yeah, it's event name add to cart and some additional parameters. And let's go back to here. Yeah, you can see that add to cart was recorded inside Facebook Events Manager as well. Once you've set up all events that you want to track inside Facebook, just click submit and make sure that you disable your web Facebook pixel. Since if you will use both Facebook web and server tracking, then your events will be duplicated. So yeah, just don't forget to pause your web pixel. That's it. I hope that this video helped you to set up Facebook Conversion API, and if you have some questions about our service or about our custom tag, feel free to reach out to us via support@gtmserver.com. That's it, and have a good day.